Imagine a world where the fate of a nation hangs in the balance, and the leaders of the world's most powerful countries are scrambling to find a solution. This is the reality of the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, where a recent meeting between Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin has left many wondering what the future holds. But here's where it gets controversial. Trump's sudden shift in position on a Ukraine ceasefire has sparked outrage and concern among Ukraine's allies. And this is the part most people miss. The implications of this shift could be far-reaching, with potential consequences for the entire region. In a stunning turn of events, Trump announced that negotiating a permanent peace agreement is the best way to end the war in Ukraine, rather than pursuing a temporary ceasefire. This move has been met with criticism from Ukraine and its European allies, who had been pushing for a ceasefire as a key step towards resolving the conflict. But what does this mean for the people of Ukraine, who have been living in fear of Russian aggression for years? The answer is complex, and it's a question that has sparked heated debate among world leaders. On one hand, a peace agreement could bring an end to the fighting and provide much-needed relief to the Ukrainian people. On the other hand, it could also mean that Ukraine is forced to make concessions to Russia, potentially sacrificing its sovereignty and territorial integrity. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: the fate of Ukraine hangs in the balance, and the world is watching with bated breath. But here's the thing: this isn't just about Ukraine. It's about the future of global politics and the role that major powers like the US and Russia will play in shaping the world order. So, what can we expect next? Will Trump's shift in position lead to a breakthrough in negotiations, or will it only serve to further destabilize the region? And what about the European leaders, who've been working tirelessly to find a solution to the conflict? Do they have a plan to counter Russia's aggression? Or will they be forced to rely on the US to take the lead? These are just a few of the questions that are on everyone's mind, and it's clear that the situation is far from resolved. As we move forward, it's essential to consider the potential consequences of Trump's actions, and to think critically about the motivations behind his shift in position. Is he genuinely committed to finding a peaceful solution, or is he simply trying to score political points? And what about Putin? What are his true intentions, and how far is he willing to go to achieve his goals? The truth is, we may never know for certain, but one thing is clear: the fate of Ukraine and the future of global politics hangs in the balance. So let's ask the question: what do you think is the best way to resolve the conflict in Ukraine? Should the US and Europe be working together to impose tougher sanctions on Russia, or is it time to try a different approach? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. The world is watching, and it's time for us to have our say.